Welcome back to Learn English 24/7. If you're eager to improve your English and speak more fluently, you're in the right place. In today's video, improve your English with stories. Graded reader, speak fluent English. We'll help you practice listening while learning through a fun and engaging story. Listening to stories is one of the best ways to pick up new words and phrases, understand how English works in real contexts, and improve your speaking skills. Stay tuned because by the end of this video, you'll be able to understand and use new vocabulary with confidence. Improving your English isn't just about studying grammar rules. It's about using the language in real-life situations. And that's where stories come in. Stories help you hear how the language flows naturally, how native speakers use words, and how sentences are constructed in everyday conversations. This makes it easier for you to remember and use what you learn. Whether you're just starting your journey or looking to take your skills to the next level, this approach will make learning enjoyable and effective. So, if you want to improve your understanding of English and sound more fluent when speaking, stay with me as we explore today's story together. Let's get started and dive into the world of English, one story at a time. At Learn English 24/7, our mission is to help you improve your English in the easiest and most fun way possible. Whether you're just starting to learn or you already have some experience, our videos are designed to help you learn at your own pace. We understand that mastering English can feel overwhelming at times, which is why we focus on making the process enjoyable and effective. We offer a variety of content, including listening practice, vocabulary building activities, and tips to help you speak English fluently. Our goal is to give you the tools you need to succeed in real-life conversations, so you can confidently understand and speak English with ease. Through graded readers, we provide you with simple and clear stories that are tailored to your level. These stories will help you improve your listening skills and expand your vocabulary, step by step. Whether you're practicing listening or learning new expressions, you'll see the progress you're making every time. So, don't forget to subscribe to Learn English 24/7 so you won't miss out on any of our helpful lessons. Let's make English easier and more fun to learn, together. In this video, we'll be reading a short story and explaining the vocabulary and sentences along the way. The goal is simple: by the end of the video, you'll be able to listen and understand English more easily, and feel confident using new words in your own conversations. We'll go through the story slowly, breaking down each part so you can follow along and understand every detail. As we move through the story, I'll stop at key moments to explain the meaning of certain words, phrases, or expressions. This will help you improve both your listening skills and your vocabulary. We'll focus on real-life language, so you can use what you learn in your own daily conversations. Make sure to listen carefully and try to understand everything, but if you miss anything, don't worry, we'll go over it together. This isn't just about listening, it's about improving your ability to speak English like a native speaker. By hearing how native speakers use words in context, you'll gain a deeper understanding of the language. You'll also practice listening to natural speech, which will help you feel more confident in real-life situations. Whether you're a beginner or more advanced, this approach will help you become a better listener and speaker. So, sit back, relax, and get ready to learn through stories. It's going to be a fun and effective way to improve your English skills. Why stories? Stories are one of the best ways to learn English because they teach you the language in context. Instead of simply memorizing individual words, stories show you how these words are used in real situations, making it easier to remember and understand them. When you hear a word or phrase in a story, you not only learn its meaning but also how it fits into a sentence or conversation. This helps you use new vocabulary naturally when speaking. Plus, stories are fun and engaging. They keep you interested, and the more enjoyable the learning process, the faster you'll improve. Listening to stories regularly helps you develop your listening skills, learn new expressions, and understand the flow of English conversations. This method of learning makes studying feel less like work and more like enjoying a good story, an easy and effective way to practice and improve your fluency. So, let's jump into the story. Stay with me until the end to get the full experience and really make the most out of this video. The more you listen, the better you'll get, so I encourage you to stay focused and follow along carefully. You'll not only learn new words and phrases, but you'll also understand how to use them in real conversations. Ready to improve your English and have some fun with a story? Let's start. Our story today is about a young woman named Sarah who has always dreamed of working in fashion. She's worked hard for years, studying and building the skills needed to get her foot in the door of a prestigious fashion company. Finally, after countless applications and interviews, she gets a chance to interview for her dream job at a well-known fashion company. But when she walks into the building, Sarah quickly realizes that things won't be as simple as she thought. She faces many challenges along the way, doubts about her abilities, tough competition, and even some unexpected setbacks. But despite all these obstacles, Sarah's determination and passion for fashion push her forward. She knows that she can't give up on her dream, no matter how difficult the journey becomes. As we go through Sarah's story, I'll explain some new words and phrases that might be a little tricky. For example, when we say, foot in the door, we mean getting a chance or an opportunity to start something, like a job or a career. I'll stop at key points and help you understand the vocabulary and expressions used in the story, so you can learn while enjoying the journey with Sarah. So, let's step into Sarah's world and see how she tackles these challenges, learning that sometimes the toughest moments can bring the greatest rewards. Sarah walked into the company's office, feeling a mix of excitement and nerves. She had dreamed about this day for years, and now it was finally happening. As she entered through the doors, the person at the front desk greeted her warmly and asked her to wait in the lobby. Sarah returned a slightly shaky smile and found a seat. The person at the front desk is called the receptionist. They welcome visitors and help them when they arrive at an office or building. While sitting down, Sarah's mind started racing with thoughts about everything she'd done to get here. She had spent endless hours polishing her resume, preparing for interviews, and learning everything she could about the company. This was her moment, and she couldn't afford to let it slip away. A resume is a document where you list your education, work experience, and skills to apply for a job. She glanced around and noticed other candidates waiting too. Some were busy studying their notes, while others couldn't sit still, fidgeting nervously. Sarah felt a wave of doubt creeping in. She believed she was qualified for the job, but, looking at everyone else, she started wondering, what if they were more impressive than her? Fidgeting is when someone keeps moving their hands, feet, or body nervously. It's often a sign of anxiety or restlessness. Just then, a man stepped out from one of the interview rooms and called her name. Sarah, he said with a friendly smile. She stood up quickly, her heart pounding. Yes, that's me, she answered, doing her best to sound confident. The man guided her down a long hallway into a meeting room where two other people were already seated. Sarah took a deep breath, willing herself to stay calm. This was it, the opportunity she had worked so hard for. She had to give it her all. A meeting room, or conference room, is a space used for discussions, often equipped with a large table and chairs for people to sit and talk. As Sarah took her seat across from the interviewers, they introduced themselves and began asking questions. They were curious about her past experience, her goals, and what drew her to their company. Sarah responded to each question with poise, but deep down, she couldn't shake the sense that something was missing. She wanted to stand out, but she wasn't sure how to make a lasting impression. Confidently means answering or acting in a way that shows you believe in your skills and abilities. Next, they asked Sarah to talk about a recent project she had worked on at her previous job. She hesitated for a moment to collect her thoughts. She knew exactly which project to discuss, but she needed to choose the right words to explain it clearly. Pause means to stop briefly before continuing, often to think or organize your ideas. As Sarah began describing her work, she noticed the interviewers leaning in and paying close attention. This helped her feel a little more relaxed, even though her nerves were still there, bubbling just under the surface. Nervous means feeling worried or uneasy, especially before something important like a job interview. It's a natural reaction, and common signs include a racing heart, sweaty palms, or feeling restless. When Sarah finally stepped into the interview room, she was greeted by the manager. After a quick introduction, the manager began asking her some tough questions. Sarah felt uncertain about how to answer a few of them. She tried her best to stay calm, but the intensity of the moment made her feel nervous. The manager wanted to know about her experience, her strengths, and how she would handle difficult situations at work. Sarah had prepared thoroughly, but some of the questions caught her off guard. Unsure means not completely confident or certain about something. Sarah felt unsure about her answers because the questions were challenging. When you're unsure, you might hesitate or doubt yourself. Pressure refers to feeling stressed or worried about performing well. Sarah felt pressure because the interview was important, and the questions were demanding. Unexpected means something unplanned or surprising. Sarah prepared for some questions, but others were unexpected and made her feel uneasy. As the interview continued, Sarah's thoughts raced. She could feel her heart pounding, and her hands grew clammy. She knew her answers weren't as strong as she wanted them to be, but she was determined not to give up. Despite her nerves, Sarah did her best to stay focused. She reminded herself that this opportunity mattered a lot to her, and she wasn't ready to let it slip away. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the interview came to an end. The manager smiled, thanked her for her time, and said they'd contact her soon with an update. Sarah left the room feeling a whirlwind of emotions. She was proud of herself for making it through, but she couldn't stop wondering if her performance had been enough to secure the job. Mix of emotions means feeling several emotions at the same time. Sarah felt both proud for completing the interview and uncertain about how well she did, which is completely normal in situations like this. Stay tuned to find out what happens next in Sarah's journey. Despite her nerves, Sarah did her best. The manager smiled and said, "You did great, Sarah. I think you have what it takes to work with us." Sarah felt a wave of relief and happiness wash over her. She had been so nervous during the interview, but now she was starting to believe that she might have a chance at the job. "Thank you so much," Sarah said, smiling back. "I really appreciate the opportunity." The manager nodded. "We'll be in touch soon," he said, shaking her hand. As Sarah left the office, she felt both excited and anxious. She had given everything she had, but would it be enough? Over the next few days, Sarah kept busy. She worked on her portfolio and updated her resume, just in case she needed to apply to other companies. However, she couldn't stop thinking about the interview. She wondered whether the manager would actually call her back or if she would have to try again somewhere else. Did her best means trying as hard as possible to do something well. Sarah tried her hardest, even though she felt nervous. It's a phrase you can use when you put in all your effort. A wave of relief means feeling calm or free from worry. After hearing the manager's positive comment, Sarah felt relieved because her nerves were finally settling down. Anxious means feeling nervous or worried about something. Sarah was anxious because she was waiting for the manager to contact her and wondering if she would get the job. A few days later, Sarah received an email. It was from the company, and they wanted to schedule a second interview. She couldn't believe it. This was the chance she had been waiting for. She quickly replied to confirm the date and time. As the day of the second interview approached, Sarah tried to stay calm. She knew this would be another big challenge, but she also felt more confident than before. She had learned from the first interview and was ready to give it her all once again. A second interview means an additional interview after the first one, usually when the company is considering you for the position. It's a good sign because it means they are interested in you. Confirm means to let someone know that you agree with or accept something. Sarah confirmed the date and time for her second interview. Give it her all means to put in all of her effort and energy. Sarah was ready to work hard and do her best during the second interview. Stay tuned to see how Sarah handles this new challenge. A few days later, Sarah received a phone call. Her heart raced as she picked up the phone, wondering what the outcome would be. "Hello, is this Sarah?" the voice on the other end asked. "Yes, this is Sarah," she replied, trying to sound calm even though her nerves were starting to take over. "This is Jane from the company. We're happy to inform you that we've decided to offer you the position." Sarah's mouth dropped open in surprise. She had been hoping for this, but hearing it confirmed was beyond her expectations. "Really? Oh my gosh, thank you so much," Sarah exclaimed, feeling a rush of excitement. "We'll send you all the details, but we're thrilled to have you join our team," Jane continued. "Welcome aboard." Sarah felt like she was dreaming. She had worked so hard for this moment, and now it was finally happening. She hung up the phone, her hands shaking with joy. All the sleepless nights spent preparing for interviews, all the hours spent practicing her skills, everything had paid off. She couldn't wait to tell her family and friends. This was the moment she had been waiting for. Paid off means that the result of your efforts was successful. All of Sarah's hard work led to her getting the job. It's a phrase used to say that your efforts were worth it because they produced a positive result. Exclaimed means to speak loudly or with excitement. Sarah couldn't help but express her happiness when she found out she got the job. Thrilled means to be extremely happy or excited. The company was excited to offer Sarah the job, and Sarah was thrilled to be selected. That night, Sarah went out to dinner with her family to celebrate. She shared the good news, and everyone was so proud of her. She knew there would be challenges ahead, but this was just the beginning of her journey. The next week, Sarah started her new job. It was everything she had dreamed of and more. She worked hard every day, learning new skills and growing in confidence. Sarah knew that with determination and hard work, she could achieve anything. Celebrating means to enjoy or mark a special occasion. Sarah celebrated her new job with her family because it was an important milestone in her life. Confidence means believing in yourself and your abilities. Sarah felt more confident now that she had the job she wanted and was doing well in it. As Sarah settled into her new role, she reflected on everything she had learned during her journey. It wasn't just about getting the job, it was about the perseverance and dedication she had shown. She was proud of herself, and she knew this was just the beginning of many more successes to come. Sarah's journey wasn't easy, but it was worth every moment. She faced many challenges along the way, moments of doubt, difficult interviews, and the pressure of wondering if she would ever find her place in the world of fashion. But through all of this, she never gave up. Her determination, hard work, and belief in herself paid off when she received the job offer she had been dreaming of. Her story shows us an important lesson that success doesn't come overnight, but with perseverance, anything is possible. The path to achieving your dreams may not always be smooth, and there will be times when you feel unsure or even defeated. But as Sarah demonstrated, it's not about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you get back up and keep going. Sarah's success was not just about getting a job, it was about the strength she found within herself to keep moving forward, no matter how tough things seemed. She learned that every challenge is an opportunity to grow, and that true success comes from pushing through the difficult times and staying focused on your goals. In this story, determination means not giving up, no matter what challenges you face. It's about being persistent, continuing to try, and working hard to achieve your goals, just like Sarah did. The lesson from Sarah's story is clear: never stop believing in yourself, and always keep striving toward your dreams. No matter how long it takes, or how many obstacles you encounter, with hard work and determination, you can achieve anything. Whether it's a job, a personal goal, or something else entirely, you are capable of making it happen. So, just like Sarah, remember that your journey may be filled with challenges, but those challenges will help you grow stronger. Stay determined, keep learning, and don't be afraid to take the next step toward your dreams. And that's the story for today. I hope you enjoyed Sarah's journey and learned some new words along the way. Her story teaches us the importance of determination and believing in ourselves, even when things get tough. Remember, practice makes perfect. The more you listen to stories like this, the better your English will become. Keep listening, and don't worry about making mistakes, it's all part of the learning process. Every time you listen and understand more, you're getting closer to your goal of fluency. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Learn English 24/7 for more stories, tips, and lessons. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to learn next, and keep practicing your English every day. See you in the next video.